So you're not just called to believe anyone who says they're a prophet. How would we determine who really is a true prophet of God? What do you think?
That actually did miracles.
Yeah, that's a good way. And so we look at Jesus. He definitely did miracles. Both the Quran and the Bible describes Jesus doing miracles.
Yeah, he did.
And so that shows that Jesus is someone we can trust. We can trust his words. And Jesus did claim that he is God. He did claim that he was coming to die on the cross for people's sins. So if he's verified himself as at least a prophet, we can therefore trust him in what he says. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
When I look at Muhammad, the Quran itself says Muhammad was just a warner, meaning he didn't do any miracles. And so if the test of a true prophet is that they should do miracles, Muhammad doesn't meet that test because he didn't do miracles.
See, there's a lot of miracles. There was a lot of stuff, right? I wasn't born at that time. None of us were born at that time. 200,000 years ago, no one knows, right?
Because the consequences are eternal, I don't want to go to hell. I should find out who should I listen to. Jesus, he did do miracles. Muhammad, the Quran says, did no miracles. So I'll trust Jesus over Muhammad, particularly if they contradict each other. And we do see Jesus and Muhammad saying different things. Jesus claiming to be God, Muhammad saying that he's not God. So they can't both be true at the same time.
That's true, yeah. They both can't be true at the same time, right? There's only one of them that's actually saying the right thing.
Correct. So I think the way to test is, do they do miracles? As you mentioned, that's a great test to see if they're a prophet. The second way is consistency with previous prophets. Because if a prophet comes along and teaches a completely opposite message to what all the previous prophets said, then you could know that that new prophet is not really speaking from God because he's contradicting all the other prophets who came before. Is that a good test?
Yeah.
And so with Jesus, he doesn't contradict any of the previous prophets. He doesn't contradict Moses, Abraham, David, or any of the others. He's consistent. But if you look at Muhammad, he contradicts a whole lot of these earlier prophets, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what makes me think, okay, I can trust Jesus. I don't think I can trust Muhammad because of the inconsistency.
Gotcha.
And then the third thing I thought was helpful was how they lived. The Quran and the Bible both said that Jesus lived a perfect life, was sin-free.
Okay.
But if you read the history of Muhammad, even the Quran itself says that Muhammad did sins and needed forgiveness of his sins. So what I would encourage you to do, download a Bible if you don't have one at home. They're free on your phone. You'll see a book called John. Start with that one.
Yeah. Done. I will do that.